Hi, I'm Craig, and welcome back to another on-the-road video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Today, we'll be taking a look at this Samsung electric freestanding range. We will be showing you how to remove and replace your PCB main assembly. To begin this repair, we must first access the back of the unit. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. The tools you will need for this repair is a number 2 Phillips screwdriver and a small flat blade screwdriver. Now that we have gained access to the back unit, we'll have to remove this top console panel. To do so, there are 5 screws going around the perimeter. You'll have to remove these and set them aside. Next, pull forward, lift up, and remove. With our top back plate removed, we now have clear access to our main control assembly. The reasons why you'd be replacing your main control assembly would be if maybe you're not baking or broiling, or maybe your light assembly isn't coming on. This basically controls the entire oven. So generally, an example, if you're not baking, the first thing I would do is I would check the bake element for continuity. As long as the continuity is good, I would turn it on bake, and then I would test to make sure I have 240 volts going to my element. If I do not have 240 volts going to my element, the only 2 things that can cause that would be bad wiring or a bad main control board. Typically, you will be finding a bad main control board. So today, we're going to show you how to replace this main control on the Samsung electric range. To begin, first, I would take a picture of the back, just so I can refer back to it later. Next, start by removing these harnesses here. Be very careful. What I like to do is put my thumb on the relay to apply pressure so that you're not pulling out on the board and breaking any of the soldering connections. Pull out to remove. Remove the top molexes. Go across the bottom and remove the bottom molexes. Be very gentle with this one here because you can pull off those terminals right from the board. Next, use your small flat blade screwdriver to pull up on the top and the bottom of these tabs to remove your ribbon cable. Next, we'll have 2 Phillips screws on the top that will have to be removed. Once you've done this, grab onto the board, pull up on these tabs, slide out, guide the wiring harness through, and remove. When replacing your main control, you want to line it up so that the white molexes are going across the top and the black relays are going across the bottom. First, feed in your LED molex. Move the wiring aside. Next, you want to slide in to the slotted area on the bottom. Push in and slide up on the board. Now that that's in place, replace your 2 Phillips screws that you removed previously. Start replacing your molexes. Refer back to your picture if needed to see where each one goes. Majority of the time, they can only fit into one slot. Be very gentle with this blue one, as it's easy to pop that right off of the control board. Next, reapply the Molexes that go into your bake, broil, and convection heater relays. These can be sort of stiff, so just be very careful when pushing them in that you don't apply too much pressure to the board. Gently put your ribbon cable back in. Once you slide it into where it stops, press down on the top and bottom tabs to lock it into place. Go around, just check your connections, make sure nothing's loose. Now we will reinstall the console cover. When reinstalling your back console panel, there is a notch that's on the left-hand side that'll fit into this groove. You'll have to line that up, as well as the bottom portion of the plate will slide behind the bottom panel portion. So meet up and slide that in on the bottom. Meet up with the groove on the left-hand side and slide down to get it in place. Next, go around the perimeter and replace your Phillips screws. And this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.